new episode of Stranger Stories, and probably the final episode in our current kind of Stranger Stories, I don't know, mini-series? The final zombies one, at least. By the way, do you like my hair today? I tied it in a cute little bubble and I really like it. So as you saw in the intro, Cody has finished curing the whole of the Stranger Things town from the zombie virus that Mindy created. He also cured the guy Sage is kind of dating, which was Jace. And honestly, the fact that, the fact that they're both in a really flirty, happy mood means that they have done their first woohoos. Wow, that did not take long. I think they did that while I was filming the intro, even though I had autonomy off just while I filmed that intro bit so they do what I want them to do. So yeah, they were clearly real desperate to do that, and you know what, fine, you do you. Poor little Sammykins is currently feeling real depressed. His PC's been broken for so long as well. You're gonna have to hire a repair service. It's too much of an expensive job to fix it. But he's feeling really low. Brammy is kind of ghosting him again, not wanting to discuss what happened. You know, the thing that he's been waiting for the whole time. They finally ended up hooking up, and since then he's kind of ghosted them. But I think they want to throw, I know it's kind of like a bittersweet party, especially since Post Sloan has been buried here in the garden. But since Cody's eradicated the zombie virus, I think they kind of want to celebrate that, and also probably celebrate a little bit of a going away party, because I feel like they've done everything that they can do in Stranger Town. They defeated the mother, they cured the town of the crazy possession, they also cured the town of the zombie apocalypse. The only thing that they have left to do is take down Mindy herself, which I think we will be aiming to do in this episode. So Seb is there training a little bit for the army stuff. I'm gonna get Cody to head to bed, or does he want to eat? No, head to bed. Everybody kinda head to bed. Tomorrow we're gonna have to try and take a little Mindaroony down. Then once that, if that is done, we should throw ourselves a little going away party, I think. And bless him, Cody's still giving little Sage his bed. I think after this weekend, Sage, you'll probably have to go back to your parents' house. You've been here for a couple of weeks and you're just gonna have to go with this whole thing about you just chose a new hair color, okay? You just are going for this gray look. Try not to worry them. Try not to let them know that it's actually because you was dead for a while. Arc. That's what I meant to say in the intro. This Stranger Stories arc is at an end. Okay, you just gotta work with me. I get there in the end. Oh, bless him. I don't think Seb's still speaking so well. He's still kind of not really over the fact that he's lost Sloan. Still waking up in the night, making himself a little coffee, and sort of like, it was such a new romance, but still. I guess you're kind of mourning what could have been. I'm gonna let him, I feel like it's healthy to mourn and to kind of work through those emotions. So I'm gonna get him to go out and mourn what could have been a great love. I feel like they'd have been a really good pairing. And also I really liked Sloan, so I am pretty upset. Oh wow, Sammy has gone into full-blown depression. He is actually in full-blown depression right now about everything. I guess this fact as well that Brammy is ghosting him, that means he's not only potentially lost out on a romance, but he's also lost his best friend. That's just too much. Since he's feeling pretty lonely and pretty low, I am gonna get him to just go ahead and look for someone to talk to on the internet, and I think he's gonna end up finding himself chatting with Holly again and asking more about, you know, the things that she knows, the supernatural things that she knows that he is very intrigued by. Especially with him feeling super depressed at the moment. Probably a bit of his mindset is a little bit like, why Phoenix? She had all these hopes and dreams and a life ahead of her, and I just don't. I wish it had been me instead. That is going to be important later. Note that down. Note that down and put it to one side to make sure you remember it. So since Sammy's not replying to him, he's dropping a quick text to Micah just to be like, dude, I know I just come to you with my problems and I'm sorry, but I'm feeling really low. Just to see if we get a response. Okay, Micah and his heart. Micah and his heart have turned up. Okay. What is that look? Why does this game keep creating look for my Sims that I didn't make and they ain't mine? So he's chit-chatting away with him. Micah's sort of listening to his problems. Micah actually looks like, I guess he's in the criminal career. He looks like he's had a fight. Somebody's beating him up. I feel like Sammy, you should probably also check that Micah's okay, because wow. His eyes look in a really, really bad state right about now. Okay, chit-chatting with him. I don't know why he changed his clothes. I really like that outfit. But chit-chatting with him has put him in a good mood. And he has like the deep connection socialization, which is good. His eyes aren't watery for like the first time in a long time. So that's pretty good. Ooh, and look at this. Lilith knows that Sammy has become friends with Holly. And says that she's pretty cool. So Lily is very in the know about that whole relationship. I feel so bad for Micah's eyes. Like, he clearly is not, like, the right fit for this job because Nathan has never come home being beaten up. And yet they both do a similar thing. Also, I kind of feel like, how sweet is it that even though he's literally got a beaten up face, he's still come to chit chat with, like, little Sammy about his problems. And Sammy just sneezed on him. Like, can you not do that, Sammy? That's pretty gross. But yeah, he's kind of gonna be like, so I made a really stupid mistake. Remember the Braylon guy that did the mother hold situation with us? Oh, Sammy just lost that game as well. Who was like my best friend and who I was sort of kind of in love with. Yeah, we ended up sleeping together and he's kind of ghosted me ever since. Dude, you go with your best friend. Like, that is generally not advised to do. It kind of ends up being a real stupid thing to do, Sammy. Isn't this the guy as well that you said kind of was like seeming like he was, okay, celebrity, wow. Seeming like he was flirting with you, but then also like kind of giving you like mixed signals the whole time? Like, Sammy, what were you thinking? I was like, look, you don't get it. Like, you don't get it. It's hard. It's hard, like, being the only person among your friends that, like, understands how difficult it be to can come out and, like, you just, like, chilling with your daughter. You don't get it. Because, like, that's not my daughter, okay? That's my little sister. And for your information, I know better than most people how hard it is to be. You come out and you don't get accepted and you have to just change your entire life because of it. Which gives us a little bit more information about Micah and why he's in the middle of, Strangerville laying low in a career that also means he won't ever have to reveal his details. So I was like, wait, so does that mean you are? And you're like, he's like, Sammy, I grew up in an environment where it wasn't only awkward for you if you were the only person growing up liking the same gender as you. I grew up in an environment where you were thrown out of your house and like literally ostracized from the family and you were told that you were worth absolutely nothing. I had to escape that environment and there was no way I was gonna let my sister grow up in it. So I think Sammy's realized he's kind of made a big mistake. He's made some assumptions. I think, bless Sammy, you guys know how much I love him, but he's quite like, he's a little bit of a self-absorbed character in just that he's kind of so angsty sometimes that he can only see his own problems and not really be able to see other people's. Just like how he didn't notice that he just wanted to come and get Micah's advice and guidance and help like he always asks for when he's feeling down, and didn't even notice that Micah had literally been beaten bloody at work. So yeah, Sammy's now feeling anxious from the slice of life from being overwhelmed. But honestly, it kind of fits the mood pretty perfectly because I think he's sort of realized that he's been seeing things completely wrong the whole time. And I think Micah's been looking after him so much because Micah's interested. And I don't think Sammy ever, oh, Sammy who's now got spots all over his face. I don't think Sammy ever, like, he was so into Braylon that he wasn't really noticing what was going on around him. So Micah's like, look, you're clearly still very into your friend. Call me when this is, like, over. Call me when you've got a clearer head because I'm not interested in getting involved with drama. I have enough drama in my life already. Oh my gosh, as soon as I say that, I don't even know what that means. Oh, you wanted to slow dance, but the script mod's kind of broken right now. Okay, have a sad little, like, final slow dance. You do your thing. And while you guys kind of, like, sadly realize that it's not the right time for you, and you've both kind of got things a little bit wrong, especially you, Sammy, I'm gonna head back to Cody and Seb because they want to track down Mindy and end this drama with her once and for all. We're ending dramas all over the place. I'm like a little firefighter today. I'm like Lilith, pouring my like little water and all the fires. I'm putting them out. So while Seb is out here mourning Sloan, Cody is here being like, dude, it's time that we take revenge on what happened to Sloan and we finally take down the person that also encouraged the mother, I feel like once and for all, we need to make this town safe right before we leave, okay? So it's time for these two to head over. Where's she living? She's here. Let's visit Mindy. This ain't gonna be a nice visit, Mindy, okay? So we're back here for what is hopefully gonna be the final time. They look so worried about what they've got to do. I think Cody's probably especially worried because he knows that telling her not to do these sort of things in the past, which he has done, hasn't worked. I think there's only one answer for Mindy, and it's something that Cody's never done before, and probably something he's quite scared of. He's spent like the last few months of his life dedicated to saving people, and he may need to destroy someone. First things first though, we kind of have to find her, and I have no idea where she is right now. I can see the urns though of Seb's boss and her husband. They did not make it, which is so sad. Quite a lot of people died in the series. Okay, this is good. She's sleeping. Okay, she's sleeping. She's sleeping. You guys, you've broken him before. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to do it again. And I'm pretty sure this place must look familiar because this is where you saw the zombies before. We've eradicated the zombie, like, disease. However, the person that created it still lives. So, Seb, why don't you go and just make sure there's no other zombies or captives in here? And Cody, I know you're not gonna like this, but you're gonna have to use the Book of Death one last time. At least what will hopefully be for the last time. Somebody that you once kind of saw yourself potentially being a love interest, but she turned out to be very evil. And guys, I don't think he's looking forward to this one bit. But I don't think I've got any other option. I think it has to be done. Okay, let's wake her up and kind of have it out with Mindy once and for all. She looks a little bit less scary when she's not in her scientist gear, when she's just in her pajamas. But he's like, how could you do this? Like, I gave you one final chance with the mother. Like, after everything you did, we didn't end you. We like gave you a free pass, and this is how you repay us? You've killed so many people in this town. Like, you've destroyed so many lives. You don't even understand what you've done because you're so hell-bent on like just mind control and being evil. I can't let you live. I can't let you get away. Though I don't think she's gonna give up without a fight, you guys. And is he still the hero of Strangerville if he kills someone? I don't know. I actually don't know. But I think they're gonna settle this once and for all. You know how. Only if he overpowers her. Oh wow, what even happened there? Is he gonna be able to use the Book of Death against her? I feel like she could have like used some crazy medicine to like make herself supernaturally strong. So I don't actually know who's gonna win this. Oh no, guys, she won. She managed to beat him up and now he's dazed and... Seb, quick! Look, she's definitely flirting with him now. She's trying to like use her feminine wiles to take over him. Okay, Seb, please get the revenge. Please get the revenge that you deserve for losing Sloane and for your sister being turned into a zombie. I feel like she's really strong. I genuinely feel like she's really strong, but so is Seb. Come on, Seb. Maybe while she's distracted though. While she's distracted, Cody, look, she beat him as well. She's definitely been using some crazy like experiments on herself. I'm gonna give her the kiss of death. Okay guys, this is it. This is it. The kiss of death. Mindy thinking that she's got Cody finally under control. But no. No, Mindy, you have not at all. In fact, this is you losing control completely. And there it is, guys. The end of Mindy. She was given the kiss of death by Cody. Her for trying to use her, like, his crush on her to control him. Ended up backfiring massively because she believed him when he went to go and kiss her. And now the Grim Reaper, who has taken so many bodies thanks to Mindy, is actually going to be reaping her. I think it's kind of fitting that she didn't die looking all, like, smart and badass and sciencey in a science gear. No, she died in her PJs. Kind of looking like the fool. And that's it, guys. Our boys have done it. And Mindy is no more. Poor Cody is looking pretty beaten up. I'm pretty dazed. And I don't think this is a happy ending. I don't think either of them wanted to have to kill someone, but there was no other way. While Cody mourns the fact that so much life was lost here, Seb has managed to find the poor little girl that's trapped that Mindy was planning on doing a final experiment on. Thankfully, we killed her before that could happen. And he can finally open the gates and save the little girl from a horrible fate. Oh, and the poor thing is also now seeing for the first time that her parents did not make it. She's hungry. We need to get her home and we need to look after her. Just before he leaves though, Cody has found, look at this creepy room where she was clearly growing more stuff to try and experiment on. He's gone ahead to take some microscopic samples from everything so that at least, you know, maybe we can try and not continue her research as she wanted to do it, but try and use things for good. Oh my gosh, look, she's got some UFO plant, a cowberry, like so many rare things, a tentacle plant, like so much stuff. And little Christine is getting her first taste, unfortunately, of a pretty rainy freedom, but freedom nonetheless, thanks to Cody and Seb, and especially thanks to Seb for finding her in the first place. Her hair seems to change color, which I don't really understand, but I don't know. Let's just, oh gosh, peach juice going everywhere. Oh, I don't know if you can see this, but I've just inverted my entire screen. Oh my gosh, how have I just done that? Oh my gosh, I don't know how, but I accidentally did that. Okay, that's so much better. So bless him, he's made her some mac and cheese so that she can at least eat. She looks like she's in a really bad state and probably super depressed. And this poor little girl has actually been the person that suffered the most in this whole thing. And he's just kind of asking her like, look, do you have any family you can call? Like, we need to get you to like an aunt or uncle or grandma or granddad. You should just call somebody so we can get you back to being safe, okay? Seb's done all he can, and he's done a really good thing for her. Oh, so she's headed off. I should really get going. I think she's been in touch with somebody, and she's headed off. Bless her little cotton socks, the poor thing. And although everybody's kind of in a super sad mood, we are meant to be having our little, you know, celebrating defeating the zombie apocalypse festival. Oh my gosh, the sage has caught someone's attention. I think it's time they move out of Strangerville now as well. So as sad as we all are, we also are going to have to organize a party, which seems real weird. Cody's going to have to sleep when he gets in though, because he's super tired. He went to the lab, but I think he just wanted to clear his mind by focusing on work. So we've got some little drinks being poured, ready to say goodbye to the Stranger Things house once and for all. It's been sad. There's been an awful lot that's gone on. We've met some really nice people and we've lost some really nice people as well. But our work here is done and the boys deserve to move on to happier things now. You kind of forget that when he wants to, Cody can look real suave, especially if they're having a party. Like, that's a good look on him right there. Sammy is telling Micah that they're leaving, unfortunately. Like, this is gonna be our final few nights here, and then we're leaving this house. And honestly, Micah looks really, really sad about that news. I kind of imagine if they want to keep in touch, they can do. And if they want to keep in touch, they probably will. Oh my gosh, Braylon has actually turned up. Braylon has actually turned up as well. I think maybe we should break off and say hi to him. Although, look at you guys. You want to compliment his appearance. I'm not sure how Braylon will take it if you're being the obvious in front of him. But I'm kind of intrigued to see if he'd actually show that he was feeling jealous or not. He's just grabbing a drink and stomping off. And it's just kind of like a little bit of a bittersweet ending to our little Stranger Stories arc, the zombies one. And kind of the end of them being in this little house, investigating things here together, which is always like, I don't know, I kind of feel sad that it's ending. Does it help that this music's quite emotional, don't you think? Seb isn't able to get into the party mood though, you guys. He's still feeling way too sad about Sloane. Sage has invited Jace over. And this little lady here has gone and introduced herself to Cody. Maybe Cody's seeing that, Cody is a little bit drunk by the way, but maybe sort of seeing that after Mindy, there might be some other much nicer girls that aren't about to try and cause drama or take control of people or kill them. Maybe there is hope for him after all. Why don't we just ask to see if he wants to stargaze so we can kind of, there's something going on between these two. That was the girl from the bar before as well. I don't know if he invited her over, but we're gonna see if he wants to stargaze just so we can like try and chat things out. However, I kind of feel like he's denied us the stargaze. He denied us the stargaze. He's way more interested in chatting with her than he is about chatting with us. And oh my gosh, he's feeling jealous. He's feeling super jealous about these two laughing their heads off, flirting together. And Sammy looking real glum again. Mike is like, where you going? But he's headed in here to go and grab a drink. And I think seeing somebody with Braylon in that way, he's just kind of like put the total end cap on his night. And bless him, he's just outside, feeling drunk and down again, as seems to be Sammy's way. Sammy, we can all relate to Sammy. Sammy's a mood. But he's off to go and seek out Holly at the party. And he's chatting with her saying, look, I know what you said. I know you said that there's no way to bring Phoenix back without sacrifice. I know that there's no life without death. We've learned that firsthand recently, and I think even Cody understands. I don't have anything anymore. I just want to be the person that sacrifices myself to get Phoenix back. She's like, are you sure? Like, this is a huge sacrifice. She'll get the life that you donate, but you will die, Sammy. You're young. I don't want to do this unless you're 100% sure. He's like, I just want this. I've got nothing to make me happy anymore, and Phoenix had more zest to life than I ever did, so let's do this. I want to do this. She's like, if you're sure about this, come to my house. Get your affairs in order. I hate doing this because I feel like you're way too young to make this decision, but we don't have much time before Phoenix's spirit leaves forever, so if this is what you want to do, this is what we will do. He tried to call Lilith, but she's like, it's way too late. So he's just leaving her a message instead. And then just looking out over his friends, the boys in his life, and making the decision once and for all to take his first step into witchcraft, but also his final step in life. Apparently we got a gold medal for that party somehow as well. People liked that party. We're in Holly's house. He's given himself on his own accord a little pep talk in the mirror because what he's about to do is really, really scary. But he's been down for so long that he's kind of talked himself into this. Oh, bless him. Holly's told him to go downstairs and prepare himself into her lair. I think if Cody had been more open to talking to him about this, then this could have gone a different way. But as it turns out, Cody was just not interested in even discussing this with him, which totally ruined their relationship and also contributed to Sammy's sadness. He's like, honestly, if I wasn't about to die, I would be so interested in all this stuff because it's so cool. Like, literally, Seb's got his army stuff, Cody's got his crazy scientist investigation stuff. I would have loved this. Like, I would have made this something that I would focus on instead. Holly's like, are you sure you want to do this? There's no turning back from this. Once you go into this, that's it. Are you sure that this is what you want, Sammy? He's pretty insistent, you guys. He is pretty insistent that this is what he wants. It's like, by the way, how come you never brought Abel back if you were able to do this? She says that rather than bring Abel back, she made a deal for him to bear another life on this earth. But in return, she had to give up some of her life for it. Let's just say Holly's probably not getting old anytime soon. Oh, and Sammy's found some interesting reading material while he's been here. I don't know what shelf he's got that off, but that's a dangerous book, Sammy. Just be careful with that one. Yeah, I think you're probably best putting that back. So Holly's in here preparing the spell, preparing to do everything that she needs to do for Sammy to make his deal. Ooh, and she has managed to summon Phoenix. Okay, we have Phoenix here. So while Sammy tries to make friends with some of Holly's cats, Phoenix is preparing herself for potentially coming back from the dead. I don't think she knows, though, who she's made the deal with yet. So he's in here trying to make a connection to Phoenix in the other room. It's lucky she can't see him even in her ghost form because I think she would definitely try and stop him. But nothing will happen until he can raise himself and until Holly is the one that can raise him up so they can trade their life forces. So this is the little Barbaroo that she made the deal to come back for. The boy little baby, Seth, she was already pregnant with him, but this one, not so much. Eve was made with the deal. So that is how she comes into existence. And you can probably tell because she's carrying the white hair, which we know now is pretty signature to the deal. All it will take now is for Holly to complete her spell, for Phoenix to be revived, but at the expense of all of Sammy B's life force. I mean, she's gonna get a lot of life from him because he's actually younger than her too. Oh, Sammy! But guess who managed to get Sammy's voicemail just in the nick of time? Returning to the island that she grew up in. She knows exactly what is about to go down. She knows her son And she knows based on that voice that nothing good can come of this. So she's coming in to try and stop things before they are too late. Okay, Lilith, Queen Lilith, she's heading downstairs. And she's about to walk in on a very crazy scene. So she's spoken to Holly enough about this before. She knows what she's walked in on. She's immediately gone in to try and put a stop to this once and for all. Holly says this is Sammy's decision. You can't stop me. This is gonna happen, okay? Whether you like it or not, I'm already in the spell. If I stop now, things are gonna be worse. Phoenix's eyes are closed and she's way too deep into the spell to be able to see that Lilith is here. Sammy, however, is still trying to get the hang of this. And through the fog of the spell, I think he can just about hear his mum's angry voice. She's managed to save him from it, guys. She's got him up from the spell. Lilith has saved the day again, but as Holly said, once the spell has started, you cannot stop it. Stopping it would be even worse. So all she can do is tell him one last time how much she loves him and how proud she is of him. But she's not about to let him go ahead and sacrifice himself. So to stop the spell backfiring and hurting all of them, Lily Bear is going to be the one that takes Sammy B's place and to give up what remains of her life, which we're not really sure how much is left. But for her, it's seeing her parents again, seeing Jamie again, and it's also seeing her brother Abel again. So for her, it's a sacrifice she's willing to make. And also, Lilith kind of never really struck me as the kind of sim who would just go sort of quietly into the night. She would 100% end her life by doing something great and amazing, like sacrificing herself to save somebody else. And oh my gosh, look at this. While meditating, Lilith Villarreal, oh my gosh, fondly recall the good time she spent with Sammy B. It's happening. Lilith has achieved the connection with Phoenix in the spell, and she's giving up her remaining life force into Phoenix as a sacrifice to protect Sammy B. We've just got to hope that Holly is a good enough witch for this to work properly.
never know which way I'm supposed to go. All I do is stare out my window. I feel just like a ghost that you walk right through. I feel like a shadow. I just wanna know in my ear.